Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Wait a minute, that's not right. Hello everybody, Doc here back with another bangin' anime video for your enjoyment. And I'm sure as you are all aware that Crunchyroll has been getting quite ambitious and has hopped on the bandwagon called original television. Netflix. Bad cough. But nonetheless, Crunchyroll has been hard at work working on some new original series that I'm pretty sure you may have seen advertised all over Crunchyroll if you don't have premium, which I'm sorry to say, but I do, so I haven't seen too many. And there are about 5 or 6, 7, 4... Okay, actually, I have no idea how many of these there are. Although I have seen one of them, so we are going to be talking about that one today, and it was very recent. Now, how recent? Well, it's been about 5 minutes since I finished the latest episode, so I can safely say it's still fresh in my mind. Now, the anime in question is an adaptation of a webtoons that has been recently gaining steam amongst the manga readers and now with the new Crunchyroll series, anime watchers as well. That webtoon being Tower of God. Now, a lot of you may be wondering whether or not I have read such a webtoon, especially before jumping into this anime, and that's gonna be a fat no. You see, after watching the first episode of this series, I realized I was going to want to make this video about it, and in doing so, I did not want to be cluttered with the bias of, well, that's not what happened in the manga, because I wanted to be able to judge this from a purely anime perspective for all those who A, haven't read the webtoon, or B, are just looking for a good anime to watch. But if you do want me to go in depth of the webtoon, or compare the two series, I will totally do so because I completely plan on reading it after the creation of this video. That said, at the time of this video, there are currently only 5 episodes out now, 4 if you don't have Crunchyroll Premium. Again, I'm sorry, but, you know I can't live without it. And might I just say that quite a lot happens in those few 5 episodes, but we will be focusing primarily on the first and maybe a bit from the second episode, just because of spoilers. I do not want to ruin this for absolutely anybody. It is a great experience, and I am enjoying it, so let me tell you why. So, Tower of God, what is it, what does it have to offer, and why should you care? Well, we'll start with the first question of what is it? To put it simply, it takes place in a tower. Yeah, no shit. But that's really all you know. I mean, it tells you that every being in there, which I say being because they are clearly not all human, but every being that lives in there has always lived in the tower. There is no life but the tower, and your only goal in said tower is to advance to the top. Yes, very original, I know. But that isn't quite the case if you are our protagonist, whose name I've been avoiding saying this entire time because there is so much debate on how to pronounce his name, and I am simply going to go with Bomb. Why? Because it's either that or the kid from the Flintstones. Now, I know both of these are wrong, but as the mad lad I am, I really just don't care. So we're going with Bomb. Fight me. Anywho, unlike the other participants, our main character's only goal is to find the girl who left him to, you guessed it, ascend the tower. He's been searching for her ever since, and that is the reason he climbs. He plans to stop whenever he finds her, but, you know, that's probably not gonna happen for a while, or else we wouldn't have a story. Wink wink. Anyways, in order to be allowed to even attempt to climb the tower, you must take a test to get to the other test. Yes, it's meta like that. But nonetheless, our protag here accidentally stumbles across a sacred princess lady who gives him a magical sword with a sexist spirit goddess living inside of it. Yeah, I know how that sounds. And you want to hear more, you say? Well, me too, because ever since then, not much has been said about it, and it's clearly one of those plot elements that's supposed to keep you in the dark for quite a while, until like a big final showdown reveal kind of thing, which, you know, I can wait for. Regardless, the plot has our characters going through many different tests that question your skill, wit, intelligence. Wit and intelligence are the same thing. Anyways, you get it. Anything that's regarded as like a basic character trait, the tower test. That being said, one thing this show has a lot to offer is mystery. There are so many questions you're going to ask, and so many of them are going to be unanswered, probably for quite a while. Again, only episode 5 is out, but so much doesn't make sense at the moment. but there is a cool mechanic that I don't quite remember the name of. I think it's Shinsu? Shinsu? I think it's Shinsu sounds right. But anyways, it's like magical water, and that's pretty much their base form of magic for the entire anime. At least that's what it seems to revolve around. It's like Nen from Hunter x Hunter, except I don't think it's going to be as cool, but nothing's really as cool as Nen. But enough about Hunter x Hunter, because we're here to talk about Tower of God. I hate that voice so much. But another thing this series has is pretty great characters. I've enjoyed a lot of them so far, and they're mostly introduced very early on in the series, so you'll get much time to get attached to them and used to them. Let's hope none of them die, because I hope none of them die, but, you know, they're probably gonna die. In spite of that fact, I've grown very attached to a few characters. There's one that's literally what I want to be, like professionally, and all he does is walk around in a giant sleeping bag, and you guessed it, sleeps the entire time. He only wakes up for like super important things, but other than that, teammates' lives in danger, who cares? Gonna fail the next test? Whatever. It's sleep time. Sleepy time. No, I don't have any tea. But like I said before, there are a slew of characters, and that mentioned, I do not remember the majority of their names, no matter how much I enjoy them, because again, I've only spent about 5 episodes with them, which I've binged, and immediately decided to make this video after before I remember anything about anything. So here we are. So I'll be referring to them either by what they look like, what they do, or who they remind me of from other animes. Like this one guy who looks like Tomioka from freaking Demon Slayer. It's great. He uses swords and everything. It's neat. And there's, of course, Lizard Girl who fights with like this weird vine thingy. It kind of reminds me of the fish pole from, did I just say fish pole? Fishing pole from Hunter x Hunter. Fishing pole. I swear to God that I speak English. But you don't care about them, because you want to hear about a protagonist and his amazing squad, which they are pretty amazing. Well, I mean, there's one guy, the dinosaur dude, who's pretty much the squad idiot, so, you know, he's like the Polnareff, except not Polnareff, which makes him less cool, because he doesn't have a French accent. But the other guy? That's quite a character that I quite enjoy, because, you know, he's just a whole vibe. He's pretty chill, he's not too violent unless you mention some backstory crap that's explained a little while later, but other than that, he's very, methodical. He thinks about everything. He's the smart one of the group, except this smart one has quite a bit of personality. He has a tad bit of mystery to him. Well, I mean, he's got a lot of mystery to him. It's kind of how the anime works and entices you. And he just overall looks like a cool guy. Like, his character design is amazing, and I loved him the minute he appeared on screen, especially the way he did it, which you guys are gonna love, but again, I'm probably not gonna talk about too much, because even that is technically a spoiler, and this is 100% spoiler-free. You're welcome. Now, for this anime to only have 5 episodes so far, I've done quite a bit of ranting, you'll notice. Well, why should you care about anything I just went on to say? Well, clearly you're still here, so you care about something. But let me lay it out for you. This anime has, again, a lot of mystery. You will always have questions, but some will be answered so it won't seem like an endless maze. And that's very enjoyable. Again, a lot of lovely characters. Also, can I just mention that the art style and visuals are fantastic. It has very clean animation. I don't know what studio it's by. I think Crunchyroll did that all themselves, which is, man, do I gotta give them a pat on the back for that. But yeah, it's very, very interesting to watch. It never seemed to keep me bored. Now, I only plan on watching the first episode, and you'll think I watched the rest of them just so I could make this video and actually have things I could say about it, but it's actually the other way around. I kinda only made this video just as an excuse to watch the rest of this series because, you know, it was interesting to me. Again, never kept me bored, always kept me entertained. The fights were beautifully choreographed, very interesting. The character dynamics, especially how they all worked together and did their own separate things at the same time, it's great. And you know, if that's not enough to float your boat, it's very faithful to the webtoon art style, so, you know, extra nice cherry on top. But, I definitely recommend watching this series. I'd love to see where it goes. I'm waiting for more episodes. Crunchyroll, hurry up. I need to see it. But yeah, if there's any other series you guys would like me to do videos on, let me know in the comments below. If you want any more non-sarcastic and totally scientific content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will definitely hook you up. Thanks a ton for watching. The doc has died, and have a fantastic day. Also, one more thing about that one character, Coon, you know, Blue Street guy. They have revealed a few hints about his backstory, not many, not enough to reveal anything, just enough to define some character traits and things like that. And, I don't know what it is, but, it smells like incest, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, that's all I had to say. Be sure to click that thing in the top right corner and enjoy the rest of the channel. Ciao!